It's 10 months into the Israel-Hamas war, and some of those opposing Israel's war campaign across the Gaza Strip are taking out their anger on Israeli athletes competing in the Paris Olympics. The unrest comes as the Olympic Committee remembers Israeli athletes murdered more than 5 decades ago at the Summer Games in Germany. Chris DeMeo reports.
Thousands of miles away from the Israel-Hamas war raging on in Gaza, a solemn tribute in Paris paid honor to 11 Israeli athletes killed during the 1972 Summer Olympics in Munich, Germany.
They were murdered brutally and in cold blood by a Palestinian terrorist organization just because they were Jews.
Candles were lit and prayers rang out as officials remembered how members of the Palestinian group Black September broke into the Olympic Village and kidnapped Israeli teammates, ultimately killing the hostages in the midst of a failed rescue mission.
It was an attack on the culture of peace that the Olympic Games promote.
While the attack happened 52 years ago, Israeli Olympians now competing in the Paris Games say they're facing threats in the midst of the escalating Israel-Hamas war.
I've gotten quite a few messages and threats and that kind of stuff, but I think it only makes me stronger.
Prosecutors in Paris are investigating death threats that were emailed to athletes after some of their personal data was leaked online. Authorities are also looking into discriminatory gestures made at Israeli athletes during a recent soccer match.
We prepared our athletes. We made with them preparations. And still, when it comes, it's not easy.
Israeli officials say the threats are trying to instill psychological terror. But Tom Ravaney, who recently won gold in windsurfing over the weekend, says he's rising above the hate for his people.
Right now in Israel, everyone's terrified and scared, and I think it was a bit of light in these dark times.
Chris DeMeo, Fox News.